Good evening. Welcome to the International Tennis Hall of Fame. It's a pleasure to be here in celebration of this special evening. I am especially pleased to be able to recognize a few Hall of Famers in the room. Cliff Drysdale, Butch Buchholz, and Mike Davies. The story we'll see tonight about the WCT, Mike Davies was actually the executive director of the WCT and the business mind behind it all. And Cliff and Butch were two of the members of the Handsome Eight. WCT was founded by two pioneers of the sport, Al Hill Jr. and his uncle Lamar Hunt.
We're going to have 3 new indoor courts, 3 new outdoor courts, new center court here, and I'm pleased to announce Al knows all about it. He's made it happen. One of those courts has been contributed and donated by Al Hill on behalf of WCT, Lamar Hunt. One of those courts, we would thank you and congratulations, and we appreciate it.
It was a matter of a force, wasn't it? The WCT really forced the International Tennis Federation to make the move. If it hadn't happened, it was going to happen anyway, Steve, as I think everybody in this room probably knows, because it was the right thing to do. It was because of Lamar and Al Hill Jr. and the WCT. There is no question in my mind. That plus, as you saw, the television leverage that Lamar and Al were able to bring NBC into our weekends when there was no cable television.
In August of '67, 8 of us played at Wimbledon. And I remember the chairman, Herman David, said, if you guys fill this stadium, I don't care what the ITF says, you can play here next year. With Mike coming in, and with Al Jr., and with Lamar's vision and willingness to stick it out, really, I think, cemented it. And it was just only a matter of time, as Cliff said.
Meaning that, in other words, if I can't really join the club, I'm going to create my own club, if you will, and we're going to invite others to the party. And I think that's what sort of early on in WCT, what was going on was, there wasn't really a way to figure out how to join this club, so I'll just create the own circuit, and he sort of forced, if you will, a merger.
When I heard that WCT was closing down, and I was with the ITF in London, and I wrote a note to Lamar and basically said I was sorry to hear that he was closing WCT, and that basically I said the players did not deserve you. And that's what I feel about it. The players did not deserve Lamar Hunt.
There was an office for tennis in WCT, and we need that office and that credibility again for our sport.
What the fan wants is something that's discernible, a season that's discernible, something that makes sense. I think that was one of the things my dad was striving for, was sort of the unification of all these elements within the sport of tennis.
There's a piece of history that's right there. That cup. Not many people know what the story of that cup. It was originally the Kramer Cup, and it was designed to fight the ITF and the Davis Cup.
I think it brought professionalism to the game, that's all. It just made the rest of the world in tennis and the ITF and every other national association in the world start thinking that they've got to put on a better show.
When I think of how my dad approached events like WCT, I think of class, and WCT was all class.
WCT instituted change. Tennis still needs change, and tennis had a season under WCT. Davis Cup needs a season. It will rejuvenate that great competition.